Here I am under the vehicle. Taking off the exhaust bolts right there from the catalytic converter to the manifolds, exhaust manifolds. I'm heating them up with the torch and then breaking them loose with a 16 millimeter. Two on each side. You guys get the point. Got all the bolts on the bottom from the transmission to the engine. Got all that out. I got the starter out. Disconnected all the wires. Now I'm up here. And get these. I'm gonna get these top ones out right now. After I take those first set of nuts off, I can take this little plate off, this little black one right here. Might be 14. It's hard to get those in it. Yeah. I tied these out the way right here with the zip ties. So I can see better down there. I could get my hand down there a lot better. Thought those hoses in the way for the heater core. A long ratchet helps down here. That back bolt that holds the dipstick tube that goes into the engine and through the trans, it's really hard to get to. It's probably the hardest bolt to get to on this. Here I am with the replacement engine. I'm gonna remove the intake. So if I don't remove the intake, it's gonna be really hard to get the back bolts right here. I go to the trans. So I got my 8 millimeter. Gotta take off all the injector plugs. This plug right here in the back, mass air pressure. That clip has to be fully removed, I think. And here's to jam my screwdriver in there and pry up a little bit, and then push it with my thumb. It's always the last one. Just got all the bolts taken out and all the injectors and everything unplugged. See what these valves in here look like. A little dirty, typical though. No puddles of oil in that one or this one. Or that one. You can really see on these where the fuel sprays and cleans off the sludge and the oil deposits and all that carbon. And also on the valve right there, that spot that's cleaner, there's a little bit of oil all around. That's pretty normal for this high mileage engine. That's where the injector just sprays it with the gas, and then it washes all that nasty stuff right off. So yeah, this engine looks way better than the other one. The other one's done for. Should be a good running engine for sure. We're removing the motor mount bolts. The back bolts on both sides you could only get to from the bottom of the vehicle. And then the front ones, you could get at them from up here, from up top. Yeah, so these ones are easily accessible through the top of the vehicle in the front, and then the rear ones through the bottom of the vehicle. You're gonna have to crawl under there or lift the vehicle up and get those back ones off. The Hemi had an issue with snapping timing chains for a couple of years. I think it was 2007 through 2012 maybe. And it was on the automatic cars because they have that fuel management stuff. I don't know what they call it on the Hemi, but on the Chevy it's like the DOD. On the Chevys, the LS, they have the DOD, displacement on demand, and the Hemi has a version of that. And it was always in the automatic cars. The manual cars didn't come with that. And something to do with that causes the timing chain to snap. And this is right here, one of the tensioners. And of course it's broken, there's pieces. So yeah, the timing chain fails. Timing chain fails on these. The tensioners go out, I don't know what happens exactly. But causes the chain to snap, and then there goes your engine. Bends valves and all kinds of stuff. And before this generation of Hemi, the one before that, like 2005 and stuff like that, the Hemi before this generation, they had issues with the valve seat falling and smacking against the piston and bending valves. So I just did a little research on the engine, and this is what they call the Eagle Hemi. And they had variable cam timing, and they call that system MDS, but it allows the engine to run on only 4 cylinders. And I guess all that stuff combined probably was what caused the timing chain to snap on these engines. 2012 was the last year they had the issue with the timing chain snapping. I think the newer Hemis are good as far as reliability compared to these and the ones that came before the Eagle Hemi. The new ones are pretty good, from what I hear from the research I did. Got the heat shield removed. I gotta take those other nuts off. 2 more nuts.